All right, welcome back to another segment of Thirsty Thursday. Today I am super duper excited because I get to taste with the portfolio manager or ambassador, we'll say, yes, for the entire Cune line. And as for those of you who doesn't know, this is one of the biggest and most awesome Spanish wine brand we have. And I'm loving the selection we got going on here. So we're gonna taste, I don't think we'll be able to fit everything in one episode, but we'll edit and cut, and so we'll have a lot of fun tasting for the next few Thursdays to come. So, all right, let's do this. Yeah. So where are we starting today?
Nice, we're gonna start with the Verdejo. So while I pour, I'll tell you a little bit about Cune.
Yes, please.
So Cune, CVNE was started, it was founded back in 1879 by two brothers, Eusebio and Raimundo Real de Azúa. Today the family is still family owned, so the fifth generation of the founders run Cune today. Their main property obviously is in Rioja, in the city of Haro. That's where everything started back in 1879.
Right.
But in these 140 years of history, the family has grown to other projects outside of Rioja.
Oh, interesting.
So not only they have, the Rioja properties, but also, some other properties outside of that DO. We are starting with Cune Verdejo as kind of like the first example of something that the family does outside of Rioja. So this is 100% Verdejo from the DO, from the Denominación de Origen Rueda, which is kind of like, very close to Ribera del Duero. It's south of Rioja, about 2.5 hours south of Rioja.
Okay.
The main variety in Rueda, it's Verdejo, which is a really popular white variety in Spain. The whole idea with this Verdejo is to really have something that is refreshing, that it's fresh, that has good acidity. It doesn't have any oak, it's all stainless steel, because they really want to show the primary character of the Verdejo and the fruit. So just to have something, that kind of like, as I said, shows that rather than the oak or malolactic fermentation and things like that.
So for those of people who are, because it is not a common grape that you see here in California very often, so for those of people who are not familiar with the varietal, how would you characterize it?
Yeah, it can be more similar to a Sauvignon Blanc. So yeah, it's a hot climate for us in Rueda. So you do find a lot of tropical notes on this wine. There's a little bit of pineapple.
Yes.
There is a little bit of banana. You also have some floral notes as well.
That's the first thing I picked up in that glass, yes. It's actually very nice because, like you said, because it's from a hotter climate, so you're getting a lot of that tropical fruit. So even though it's 100% stainless, you said it sees no oak at all. On the nose, you're getting a lot of that really roundness, a lot of satisfying, very expressive fruit notes that normally I feel like here domestically in California, you have to put your Sauvignon Blanc or Chardonnay through oak in order to get that kind of So that's very satisfying because when I first stick my nose in there, I was like, I wonder if this sees any oak, but it's kind of cool that it doesn't. I haven't put it in my mouth yet. So one of the things I do is I feel like the more intriguing the wine is on the nose for me, the longer it takes for me to put it in my palate, because I just wanted to.
Absolutely.
It feels different once you put it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and there is so much going on, so.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, the nose and the palate is a little bit different because on the palate you can tell it is a leaner, cleaner. You got that acidity backdrop and all that good stuff. But on the nose, it's very tropical. So very interesting. I like that. And it's meant to be enjoyed young and pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, Rueda, like any other region, you have more. You have other versions of Verdejos that have been aged in oak or barrel fermented, that they can age for a little bit longer. In our case, with this Verdejo and this expression of Verdejo, the whole idea is to drink it, within the year. I mean, so it's 2020. I mean, it'll be fine for a couple of years, but we do release, every year the vintage of that year.
That's awesome. Amazing. Is it a pretty big production? Pretty easy to find, or is it?
It's not a big production. Actually, this wine, Cune has been producing this wine for quite a few years, but it's only the second vintage that we bring to the States.
US. Yeah. Oh, okay, wow.
So we had 2019 last year, and this is the 2020 that literally landed, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Nice.
So we're kind of like catching the end of the summer and beginning of the fall. And it's a white wine that can be, obviously enjoyed not just in the summer, but throughout the year. So, yeah, it will, next summer we'll release 2021, and so on.
Nice. All right, beautiful, awesome. Thank you. That was really good. Thank you for watching part 1. Check out the rest of this series every Thursday as we launch new episodes. And don't forget to go to www.angiesound.com to subscribe to our mailing list so you don't miss any of these videos.